Hello everyone, welcome back to Pokexplanations! That was quite possibly the most awkward thing I've ever done, but totally awesome looking in a little viewfinder of my brand new camera! Yes, I did get a brand new camera, as you can see, and you can actually tell that I'm wearing pants. Yay. So, I'm not just some weirdo on the internet talking about Pokemon pantsless. Yes, Pokexplanations, the show where I take the thoughts and dreams of every Pokemon fanatic and I just mash them together in a show that explains what our world would be like if Pokemon actually existed. What would the world be like? How would it change? Today, our subjects of interest are Golett and Golurk. So, let us begin. Our first subject of the day, Golett. And now I read you its descriptions. First, Pokemon Black. The energy that burns inside it enables it to move, but no one has yet been able to identify this energy. Pokemon the White version. These Pokemon are thought to have been created by the science of an ancient and mysterious civilization. Mysterious. So, we have two main points of interest. One, mystery energy. Two, ancient civilization. Now, if we take a look at old Golett up there, by the artwork done at Nintendo, you really can't see a lot of the Pokemon. It wasn't until it was brought out in the anime series you could really tell what this Pokemon was. From here, it's a ball with arms, legs, and a head coming out of it with some kind of belt around its body. But what I noticed, if you go on Bulbapedia, which I started using now for research, very good source, you can see screenshots of the anime series of where Golett is turned to the side, and there's a large hole that goes around here in its body, around where its arms and legs come out, and I couldn't really see one on its head, but I would imagine there's one there. So anyway, what I got from this is that its body could be a meteorite, meaning this Pokemon is basically a very small, how do I want to phrase this? Mini Deoxys. The description for Deoxys states that the Pokemon is an alien. It was created by an alien mutation on a meteorite. Or to some effect. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but I do know that's the gist of it. It came from a meteorite. It's very possible that the same material Deoxys was made from crashed on Earth, I guess, many years ago, decades, centuries, who knows. Did it say ancient civilization? The ancient civilization found this material and made people out of it. They made structures. They made Golett with this material. So that's my reasoning behind Golett's shape and power. But what I can't figure out is how can't we identify this mystery energy that it has inside of it to power it. It seems to me like if these Pokemon were created by people, wouldn't they be, I don't know, willing to give up one of their own to us? I would assume that this ancient civilization made Golett to be slaves. They're too small to be deities, in my opinion, and very strong. The material they're made of looks very tough and resilient and able to work. So why can't we just go out, capture one, bring it back to the lab, say, "Oh, I'm sorry, buddy," give it a big old hug, and crack it open and see what comes out. But I feel I've spent too much time on Golett right now, so I'm just going to move on to its evolution, Golurk. So now, Golurk's description. Firstly, Pokemon Black. It flies across the sky at Mach speed. Removing the seal on its chest makes its internal energy go out of control. Pokemon White version. It is said that Golurk were ordered to protect people in Pokemon by the ancient people who made them. And finally, a third source. the new Bulbapedia I mentioned earlier. If the seal on its chest is removed, it will fly uncontrollably, unable to land or stop itself. Firstly, let's take a look at military figures of the ancient past. They were big, they were muscular, they wore lots of armor. They could take a good hit or two. That's what I see when I look at Golurk. These things are tough, they're durable, they're a heck of a lot more durable than Gollette, and they can fly. And as far as I can tell from the anime series, their legs are detachable, or at least tuck into their body somehow. I wasn't really clear on that. Golurk is a very strong, tough-looking Pokemon. I like the way it was designed. I cannot say enough good things about its design. I genuinely enjoy Golurk's structure. But getting into the more technical side of it with the seal on its chest, because we obviously cannot ignore that. In a lot of designs on Golurk, you'll see a big tear across its chest. Likewise, it's got the same bulbous structure for its body that Gollette did. So I can only assume Gollette evolved into Golurk by level 43, of course, because the energy inside of it has been inside of it long enough, and it's just gaining energy. It's gaining energy from every single thing it does, and by level 43, that energy expands itself. It's got too much for the tiny little Gollette body, and expands itself, building the stronger Golurk. The way I believe it does this is by basically restructuring itself so that the energy does not flow openly. The seal, by what I can tell, and the size of Golurk, would be no bigger than my hand. So fitting across its chest like this, it's not going to cover a lot, because the tear will go from up here to, I don't know, it kind of seems to go around its body. So like it's tearing it in half or something. But there's probably some kind of space magic there going on that I'm not seeing right now. So I just think that if you look back at Golett for just a minute, I was talking about the meteorite kind of shape, where it has these massive gaping holes in it where you can see inside of it basically, and you really can. I think the energy rebuilds itself to hide itself. I think the energy has a defense mechanism to it, to be perfectly honest with you. That would actually explain Deoxys's forms as well, and give more credit to that theory. The energy will expand and protect itself by growing out the meteorite around it to form the bulbous shoulders. It puts a design on its hands. It gets more fleshed out arms. It's able to hold all that energy still and regulate it, obviously, with that seal. And it's giving itself more armor. Like the gloves here, I like that. So I really think that's how Golett evolves into Golurk, is the energy builds a defense mechanism. So really, Golett and Golurk are not the Pokemon themselves, the energy inside them is. So we're dealing with pure energy-based Pokemon, basically. I would assume that's the reason for the ghost type. But I feel I'm getting too off topic and just rambling on a bit, so I will go ahead and wrap this up for everyone. My thoughts about Golett, I want to say that in conclusion, Golett would effectively outperform our workforce as human. I know in the games you see Machoke and all of them doing this. They're doing the manual labor and all of that. If we discovered the energy and were able to manufacture it, we could keep producing these Golett and we would have workers. So I really think that if Golett existed, they would replace our workforce. They would become the new human workforce. Golurk, I believe it would serve a more militaristic purpose in being I want to say either companion or outright replacement for our current Air Force. You know, these things, you know, they're armored up and all that, you know, the gloves, the shoulder plates, everything. And they fly at just horribly fast speeds. So who's to say they couldn't outmaneuver like an enemy jet or fighter plane or something? So I really think they would be more of a combat Pokemon, whereas Golett would be the workforce. But everyone, thank you again very much for watching this episode of Pokexplanations. I do enjoy making them, and I hope you enjoy watching them. If you wouldn't mind, please leave a like and a favorite. I always enjoy those, and please subscribe to this channel. I'll be definitely doing more of these in the future. I have a ton of good suggestions, and I really cannot wait to just get right in and start using them all. As always, please leave me a comment. I want to keep the show as user-run as possible, because I know not everyone likes the same Pokemon, and I don't want to make you guys upset by choosing the wrong one. This episode was, of course, user-submitted by this person here, and I thank them very much for their comments. I'll try to get to the other half of it later. I've just had Golett and Golurk going around my mind for a while. Secretly, they're some of my favorites. I'd be lying if I said they weren't. So yes, please, if you have a suggestion for a Pokemon you'd like to see me talk about, please leave me a comment. I do read every comment I get, and I enjoy every single one of them. Just two more things I want to talk about before this video ends, guys. If you have not seen it already, on my second channel, Deep Voice is Jurgen. I will have a link to the channel in the description, as well as the end of the video. Over here somewhere, it should be green, I believe. Anyway, I'm doing the 30-day Pokemon challenge over there, where I talk about my thoughts on the Pokemon world, on just Pokemon in general. You really hear from my side of the story, where you can really get in touch with how I feel about it, and I don't know, maybe understand where I'm coming from with my ideas on the show a little more. So if you want, please check it out. I upload one every day, and I'll be uploading them through the month of January constantly. And don't worry, I will still be doing these videos in the meantime. Continuing on that note, I'd like to say that at the end of those 30 days, the end of January, I'd like to do a very special episode for you guys. Just super long. I got an awesome suggestion the other day, and that's what gave me this idea. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but you can probably find it if you dig through the videos a little bit. If we can get more people watching the show, I'll do the special video for you guys at the end of February. So, you know, copy it all out of your URL bar, share it on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, anywhere you can. Let's get some more people watching the show, because I really want to see my opinion challenged. I want to see people argue with me about points. I want to see points made on my videos or against me on what I say about the Pokemon here. I'd like a little more interaction. That would benefit me, so maybe we can improve the show a little. And it would be fun for you guys too, because I had a comment a while back. Someone said that they'd like to turn these videos into more discussion boards, and that was my original idea. I want to have you guys discuss the Pokemon I'm talking about and the points I make about them. But that's all, guys. I will catch you in the next episode of Pokexplanations.